when people hear that my favorite game is like Grand Theft Auto 4 or Red Dead Redemption, they'll ask me why. Why do you like that game so much? Why is that your favorite out of all the games in the world? Why do you care so much about this stupid old thing that no one else cares about anymore? Like, who cares about GTA 4 when GTA 5 has been out? Or who cares about Red Dead when Red Dead 2 is out? You know what I mean? And, for the longest time, I told them, things about the game and immersion and realism. But thinking back on it now, that's all bullshit. I think the real reason why games like that, with those really intense stories about grief or revenge, or I guess stories that don't have happy endings, I think why they stick with me and people in general is because of pain. The last video I uploaded was talking about Trevor Phillips from Grand Theft Auto 5. And when I started writing that video, it started off as a shitpost. And either somewhere in the middle or maybe toward the end, I can't really tell you when because I don't remember. But somewhere in there while I was writing that script, it went from a shitpost to actually being real and the words coming like from the heart, And I think a lot of you guys responded to that and noticed that because I had got a lot of concerned comments on YouTube and tweets on Twitter, and I appreciate you guys for actually caring about the creator. Sometimes you see that subscriber number and it goes to your head and you think that it's a game you're trying to get a high score, and you don't realize that it's people with feelings and emotions and opinions that care about you. And it really showed me how much, even if it's a small amount compared to everyone, but how much you guys really care. Pain is something real, and pain never really goes away. It sticks with you. You may feel it could be years later down the road, and you think you feel all right. You'll be with your friends, or you'll be in public. You know what I mean? You'll be working a job with your coworkers. You think you're fine, but as soon as you get home and you're all alone, laying in bed or smoking a cigarette or taking a shower, and you're just thinking, you're just left alone with your own thoughts, the one thing that always sticks is pain, whether someone did something to you or not, or pain someone else went through. I'm just talking about emotional pain here. And stories like Grand Theft Auto 4 or Red Dead Redemption tell stories of pain, in a way you could say. There is no happy endings, And I think that's what sticks with people, is that pain, that emotion, that sad story. Like Grand Theft Auto 4, there is no happy endings. No matter what you do and how hard you fight, you can't save them both. As much as Nico cares about them, you cannot save them both. And you relate to that pain, Even if you can't explain why, like, you relate to that pain. I know this video sounds stupid, and it probably is really fucking stupid, but to be honest, that's what makes stories stick with people. Happy endings are cool and all, but those don't really get talked about much. Those aren't remembered much. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I would rather take a fucking slow-paced game like Grand Theft Auto 4 with its very dark tones and quite depressing story over a game like Grand Theft Auto 5 any day, or any other game for that matter. And yes, Grand Theft Auto 5 story, when you actually take a deeper dive into it, you could actually see that there is some sort of, I guess, depressing parts of it, if you think about it. That's what I touched upon with my last video about Trevor. And Michael and Franklin have their own depressing parts too, if you really dive into it, that much. But the thing about Grand Theft Auto 5 is there's so much absurdity in that game that it gets masked. It's masked. Whatever is there, whatever little thought, nugget of my idea that might have been, drama or pain to the character is masked with jokes and just over-the-top missions, And Grand Theft Auto 5's canon ending is actually a happy ending. The point of this video isn't to rag on GTA 5 and say that it sucks and that I hate Rockstar, because I really don't. And I really do love Grand Theft Auto 5. As crazy as hearing me say that, I do. The point of this video is to answer your guys' question, because you guys ask me all the time, why do you care so much about this stupid little game, this old game? Why do you care so much about this stupid little thing? That's why. It's just pain, man. Pain is one of the realest things, lets you know that you're alive, lets you know you got a heart beating in your chest. And yeah, it fucking hurts, but it shaped you as a person. And it's crazy to think that even when GTA 4 came out, I was probably, 10 years old or something like that. And, 10-year-old me, an 11-year-old me with no life experiences, sitting there playing the game that's not even for my age. And I was sitting there like 12-year-old playing through the story and like relating to it on like a deep emotional level. A fun game will leave you with good memories with your friends, old Xbox friends that you probably haven't talked to in years. But a good story will stick with you forever and teach you things about life and just really make you sit there and think. And I can't count a lot of other games that do that, but I do know that Grand Theft Auto 4 and Red Dead Redemption are just a couple of them that do. If you haven't played through these stories, just go try them, man. Just play through them once. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But at least give it a chance before it's too late.